going on?
You could just do window capture. Is that what you were doing?
That's what I'm trying to do.
So display capture and window capture don't work, eh?
Nope. Image. New. Huh. I don't know what's going on.
Try relaunching OBS.
What's that?
Did you try relaunching OBS?
No, I didn't. Should I stop? Okay. How about now? Can you see anything on my screen?
Yep. There we go.
Yeah?
Yeah.
How about now?
Hey.
Can you see it?
One sec. It's reloading. It's refreshing for me. Me too. Let me just hit refresh and see if that. Me too. Yeah, there we go. I can see Photoshop.
Yes! Thank God. I can't have it open at the same time, so if there's anybody that comments, can you guys let me know?
Okay.
Please?
Yeah, no problem.
Alright. So.
What are you laughing at? What? He was laughing because I said, Dean was like, can you make sure if anybody comments, can you say something? I was like, abso-fucking-lutely. That was it.
Awesome.
Not funny. I thought you said fucking believable.
Right, I'm just looking for the screenshots.
You've been called a wiener kid at work a bunch? It sucks.
I bet.
I can't. I said you've been called a. Yeah.
Does it make you want to kill yourself?
Let's maybe just take a step back from the edge there, fucking cowgirl. Let's maybe take about 10% off. There's no killing yourself because somebody called me the king of the mooly weens.
Oh, jeez.
Isn't that what the teenagers lied about that? They weren't like king of the mooly weens. You're just like, alright, I guess I'm killing myself. Pretty much.
Oh, this is bullshit.
Oh, I don't remember that part, but.
Captures.
Possible.
Screenshots, that's what I wanted. I have to show you something.
It's possible.
Yeah, buddy.
I'm not gonna make anything
Okay, so where should we get started today?
I love when the teacher comes into class and goes, so where are we gonna start today, Des? Like, where do we leave from? I don't know, just like kind of start with the basics. I've got the basics understand, but I don't know if Matt does, I don't know if Dion does, so.
Okay.
I don't know if Dion does.
Do you guys know?
I'm just doing another one of your, hey? Stay the fuck away from my beer, I don't care about the cream soda.
Okay, so am I doing overlays kind of like what I did with my whole banner thing, or what do you want to learn?
Okay, so here's what I would do, right? Start with just like how you would 100% just get started from the beginning, and then, like first like open up the image that you want to do, right? And then just go, this is how you create a layer, things like that, right? Like I know how to create a layer.
Okay.
I don't know, like I said, I don't know if Matt does. I don't know if Dion does, especially not in Photoshop. I don't know.
Okay.
I have no idea. Like I've only ever used GIMP, and then Photoshop is just kind of like importing GIMP knowledge into Photoshop. But like I said, I don't know how they, I don't know what skill level they're at, right?
Okay.
I can add text and it look cool. There you go.
Sounds good. All right. So if you look to the right of your screen, right here, you will see all your layers tabs. Okay, so what I'm going to do first when I want to edit one of my screenshots, I'm just going to look for an easy one. Let's go with this one. Is I'm going to add a new layer, which is this one here. Okay, so that way you don't actually paint or do any correcting over your original image. Okay, so what I start with first is the brightness and contrast of my images, which is over here. So image, adjustments. And then you can do brightness, levels, curves, exposure, hue and saturation. You can convert it to black and white, etc., etc. Oh, there's HDR. I forgot where it was. Oh, okay. Can't do that one right
The
now.
teacher, or the student becomes the teacher.
Okay, I just had to delete my top layer for a second there. Okay, so brightness, make it super bright, or you can make it super contrasty. See?
Okay, so my screen froze for like most of that. This is gonna be great. I'm sorry. How do I? How do I get to where you're at?
Okay, if you look at the top of your Photoshop screen, you'll see File, Edit, and Image.
Yeah.
Click Image, and you can go to Adjustments,
Okay.
and you'll get brightness, levels, curves, exposure, hue, and saturation.
Yeah.
All of that stuff. So you can just play around with that until you like what your image looks like.
Okay.
Which is what I usually do.
Just as a heads up, Matt. Usually for our images, I crank the saturation, just if
that's pretty much what I do too. Not like a crazy amount, but I do that.
Yeah, I crank it enough that it makes it look more eye-popping, but at the same time, they don't look like Oompa Loompas. It's a fine line between just saturation, just crank. See, blows out the colors. That's what a saturation does. Wow, you. Yeah, I love it so far. So far, so good.
So far, so good.
Well, the third character in that image now is a green blob. So yeah, so you can make it black and white too with the saturation thing. I like black and white for this picture. Say brack. I didn't say brack.
All right, so now if you wanted to add your next layer, and you can add your text. Do you know how to change your text? One second. There. So, what's that?
There's no saturation to go off of. There's just no more black. Take black. There's no more white to white. It's just there's no colors anymore to saturate. I'm watching on this screen because the tablet sucks.
If you want, I can show you how to make your images look kick-ass in black and white. After I'm done this one. So if you want to change your text, just click up here, and there's a whole bunch of different types of text you can go through. I download a bunch of text. And then if you want to make it bigger than 100 or bigger than 72, just type up here whatever number you want. You can keep going. See? Change color. It's this little box here. And if you want to choose your color, you see this little to change the color. I'll show you that in a second. If you want to choose your color, you can see this little eyedrop tool. You can just dab it to match pretty much any color. See? Or you can change it this way too. And over here, if you have the color code of any color, you can change it just by typing in the number. Copy and paste, and then you'll get that specific color into Photoshop.
For anybody who wants to know, there is a web app for finding stuff in photos.
Yep.
Like the hex code of the color in a photo. It's just, you can just Google like a hex code finder on Google, and then you can upload an image and then click around that image to pick different colors of that image if you want to find the specific hex code for that.
You betcha. Okay, so if you want to move the text around, you can type this little tool right here, the move tool, and you can move it around. Just make sure the layer that you're trying to move is highlighted. Because if you're down here, then you're going to end up moving your back image.
I've done that one too many times.
Yes, I still do it. And then if you ever want to undo whatever you did, just step backwards, and there you go.
Control Z.
Or Control Z, but you can't keep, I don't think you can keep, oh yeah, you can. Alright then, forget what I was just talking about. Okay, so there's that. And if you want to dim the, I guess, boldness of your text, you can go down here and you can go to opacity or fill.
Yeah, I think that's a nice font for Kieran as a fuckface. Really captures the elegance of the sentence.
I agree. Or angry tuna. I think angry tuna actually suits you.
Yes, it does. I second that.
But we need it in like this color though. There we go. That's more your channel colors. Angry tuna. You should change your name to Angry Tuna. It so suits you.
Like, it's just me. I'm just angry. Matt's not even angry. I'm just an angry guy.
That's
Angry
true.
tuna plus phony Matt. Like,
That's actually really good. Questions so far?
I'm waiting for Diva to change the text to angry tuna.
It is on Angry Tuna.
I know, but we wait on the stream, right?
Oh.
I paused it for a bit, so I might have to watch it live.
Yeah, there you go.
Yep, an angry tuna for me.
Yep, it's that light blue angry tuna. It's nice, guys. It's nice.
See? Suits you. Okay. Anyways, moving on. Any questions so far?
Nope, one for me.
All right.
You're all right so far? Okay, I'm just going to change my color. There we go. Okay, so the next thing that I do is I put a layer over top of this to kind of dim the colors a little bit. I like using base layers. So you can go all the way down to until you're above the hand tool, and you will get your rectangle tool. This is just how I edit. It's my personal touch, I guess.
Oh, you're uploading. Are you back to Aloe, Diva?
Mhm.
Okay. I was wondering what yours said.
All right, you guys are a little bit behind me.
Just a little bit.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's it. Here, I'll put it in the drawer if you're not using it. Oh,
Then-
is it still going?
I will go slower.
You using it? No. Perfect. What's the rectangle for? Just a border?
This is my overlay. So I'm going to kind of show you how to do an overlay. Okay, so you're gonna scroll all the way down until you see the hand. It's right above. It should be a little square. It's in between the arrow and the hand. You'll right click it, make sure it says rectangle tool, and then you'll click and you'll drag across your entire image.
Yeah.
You got it?
Yeah.
Okay, you can make it any color you want. I usually do the brown because I like the look of it after it's all done. And then I'm going to go over to my opacity and I'm going to turn it down until I can get the, I guess, lightness that I like. And you can do this with any kind of image at all. Like it can be an actual picture or whichever. Just don't mind me. I'm just opening something else here so I can show you how to drag other images onto your image that you have. Okay, so let me know when you guys are done that.
How do I change the color of the rectangle?
Okay, so if you want to change the color of the rectangle, click on the rectangle again.
Yeah.
Make sure your rectangle tool is selected and you'll look at the top underneath layer. You'll see fill and stroke. Click your fill and then you can choose any color in the box or you can choose up here. So I'm gonna go slow. So make sure this tool right here is selected. How much of a delay am I?
Couple seconds.
5, yeah, 5 or 6
Okay.
seconds.
So I'll just keep my arrow here.
Yeah, there you go. I just got there.
Okay, so
That's your delay.
okay, gotcha. So that and then go up here to fill.
So I just click the color before I make the rectangle.
Yeah, or you can even do it after the rectangle is selected.
And now you just got to fill.
Yes.
That's your delay.
Gotcha. Thank you. And then if you don't see any color in here that you like, you can click on this really colorful tool in the right hand side.
Yeah, I know about the color.
Okay.
You get it.
Oh, Matt knows everything about the color thing. He's way ahead of the game.
La-di-da.
He knows all about the color game. He knows what's up with the color game.
Okay, so that's how you. What's that?
Sorry for Kieran, sorry.
It's all good. So that's how you just kind of do a basic overlay. I like to do the box. I don't know. It kind of gives it a hazier look and makes my text pop out a little bit more. And then if I want to add another image on top of my image already, I'm just looking for my thing here. So if I want to add a different image over top, I'm going to click. And so you can click and drag just so it's in a different window. There you go. And then what's that, sorry?
It's kind of funny because about 2 seconds ago you're looking at Diva's picture and it's like a nice brown haze over text and an image. Matt was a red square.
Okay, I use the brown for the
Matt was just like an opaque red square. There you go. That's a haze.
I wanted 680.
That's just pretty funny.
I understand it. I'm just a wee bit slow.
Okay. Anytime you're ready. Did you hear me about clicking and dragging your image down?
I don't have that whole image thing up on the toolbar. Okay.
Sorry guys, this is my first time teaching Photoshop. Bear with me. let me know whenever you guys are ready for me to click and drag.
Honestly, I'm just looking for another picture.
Okay. It can be a PNG is probably your best bet.
A what?
PNG image.
I don't know what that is.
Something with a transparent background.
Yeah. A JPEG doesn't have a transparent.
No, it'll be white background.
Right. Yeah, that's what it was. I don't know why it's like that, but that's I can hear it.
Yeah, I'm not sure.
I'm not concerned about the other image. You can show me how to do it, and I'll just remember, or ask Kieran later.
Okay, cool. So make sure that you have your move tool selected up here.
I'm waiting for him to.
The very top tool on your toolbar.
I just didn't see your mouse move.
Oh, I see. And then you're just going to drag your image, the one that you have, make sure that it moves. Let me know when it's actually moving on your screen. Am I good?
No.
Oh.
You don't move it? I thought she was dragging one of those images.
Okay. Well, the ARC image that I have up now is my PNG image, and I'm actually just going to click it, and I'm going to drag it over. See?
Okay, nope. Still doesn't seem to be on label. Let me try refreshing. Okay, wait, no, it's there now.
Okay. So all you have to do is click it and drag it over to your image.
There we go. Now I see it. Yep,
Perfect. All right, I'm just going to stick this back up here. And if you want to get it out of your way, instead of closing it, just click and drag it back into your toolbar. Make sure it's highlighted blue. I'm going to wait. Let me know when it's highlighted blue for you.
Okay, it's just highlighted blue.
Okay, there you go. And then it's back up in the toolbar.
Okay.
And then you see how this is like super big? I'm going to go over here to edit. Oop.
Oh, it's Chroma Chris. Hi, hey Chris.
Over! Oh god.
Kieran just got a boner. I saw it.
Over!
Hey, I heard everyone was getting about PUBG, so I got it. You got it? See?
Chris,
survived.
Chris,
Chris is the
Chris.
man. Yes.
Don't hurt his little soul. I'm the man. Don't forget, Chris. Just keep that in mind. So we can wait for actually after this, after the tutorial. But we've got an idea for a series. Well, I don't have an idea. I'm just a messenger for the idea. I'm not nearly that smart. But as a collective and royal, we have an idea for a series on all of our channels.
Ooh, what is it?
We're live
Alright,
streaming
well,
a tutorial right now.
Oh my god.
Chris.
Yeah.
Get into a different chat.
Yeah, I was gonna say, can you please? Alright.
Get into like Alcatraz.
Oh, by the way, I just picked up PUBG. Just waiting on Kieran and Ghost and Diva.
Okay.
Anyway, continue.
Okay. So, anyways, if you want to make this one smaller, just go to Edit, Free Transform. And then to keep it proportionate to the size, the width, whatever, so you don't just...
You hold down shift.
That's right. You hold down Shift.
Ah, Dion gets a gold star.
Yeah.
Yay.
And then you enter, and then you have it smaller.
Sorry, that was edit what?
Oh, Edit, which is the top of your screen, and then Free Transform, which is about halfway down. I'll keep it right here so you can see it. You found it?
So, anyways, yeah, I'm good.
Awesome. So that's how you keep everything proportionate.
Okay.
And if you want to give your text any kind of fancy schmancy look to it, Click on it, right click. Let me know when my thing is up.
What would that be?
You will see blending options. So right click on your text bar and then blending options.
Hey, Diva,
Mm-hmm.
just like kind of grabbed the image and like scaled it down, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
Like I just grabbed the corner and shrunk it. Is that just another way to
Yeah,
shrink it?
you can.
Yeah.
If you do that though, sometimes you might like stretch it too far, or yeah, it'll really sometimes warp the image.
Okay. Gotcha. Gotcha.
Yeah, sometimes I do that to make other things fit pretty good.
Right.
So let me know whenever you're ready to move on to the text part.
Dude, 7 gigs.
Hmm?
Sorry. Yeah. So what's next?
Okay, so right click on the text.
On with the text.
Yeah, with the T. The look over to your right, you'll see the layer tab and then your T. And then so right click and then go to blending options. Okay, so whenever you're in blending options, you'll go to bevel and emboss. And you'll see the difference in my text almost right away.
And what are you doing?
I hit bevel and emboss.
Okay, and then what you're just using the sliders to make it the way you want it? Or?
Yep, you betcha.
Okay.
So I can make it like really almost ghost-like and really strong. You can texturize it as well. See how it's kind of getting a little texturized. And if you want to give it a glow, you can go with an outer glow, which is down here.
Your thing looks way different than. Oh, is it in adjustment? Are you in adjustment? Or.
If you see, mine might look different. Click on.
A whole new layer style.
You have a whole new layer style?
Yeah, it's a window. It's a whole new window.
Yep.
It's not a pop down from. Oh, maybe I have to. Okay. I just don't see your window, I guess.
Oh, I can hear yours
Your
dinging.
extra window. It's probably because it's recording stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It's weird.
Oh yeah, that is weird.
I'll be right back. You can keep going. I always wondered how you did that little glow. Now I know.
Yeah, and there's also a drop shadow too that you can add as well.
I literally just started playing around with it.
Cool. That's how you give your text some cool little edits, I guess. Right. So there's another thing that you can also do is you can select specific parts of your image. Now if I wanted to just select the purple, you will you'll go 3 down to your lasso tool.
Lasso tool.
Yeah. It's you'll see your move tool and then
Yep.
you got it?
Got it.
Okay. So once you get that, you can actually pick wait, why isn't this working for me? Oh, I see. Okay, so right click that and click on your polygonal tool, lasso tool.
Okay, cool.
And then you can just click and just follow along to the part that you actually want to select. So I'm only going to select like a little part of his chin here just to show you. There, it's connected and it's got like diagonal. Now, if you go over to anything, you can just adjust that specific part of your picture. So, let's see here. I don't know why it's
So like if you wanted one section of the picture to have color and the rest to have black and white, that's how you.
exactly. I can also show you if you ever wanted to know how to do that a lot better than doing it this way.
Okay.
That's a tutorial all on its own. Hmm?
I said I figured it would.
Mhm.
It was a little bit.
It's not that bad though.
Just as a little thing, we should all post our finished products at the end in the Discord.
Oh yes,
See
please.
what-
Please do. Okay, so if you ever want to look for your crop tool, it's this tool. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. And just
That's the one I don't know how to use.
okay. This one's easy. It's pretty much just like resizing your image a little bit. So just click on it and you have your 4 corners. And you can just drag it. And then once you're done, you just hit enter. And you can click, like I can drag it just so my aloe is selected. And then enter. And if you muck it up, then you can just hit step backwards or whatever.
You just crop it.
Yep.
Is that the rectangle? Oh, I see.
This little tool here. Do you want me to quickly show you guys how to do picture overlays?
What you mean by a picture overlay?
I will show you in 1 second here. You know the effect that I got on my banner?
Oh yes, yes.
That.
Like the red haze?
Yes. I will show you how to do that. I'll use this image. And then I will find my... And this can be done with any image as well.
Oh wait, just for a word, you finally got Ghost to say chitin instead of chitin, so that's in the right direction.
Mm-hmm.
He said chitin.
But I wanna preface this conversation by saying, here's how the conversation went down. He was spelling out chitin, or Dion spelled out chitin, and he's like, oh, chitin only has 1 T, therefore it's chitin. Yeah, okay. I guess the T changes the I sound, but
Oh my goodness. Alright, so what I'm going to do here is I have 2 images. The one to my right, which is my overlay, is going to go over top of this image right here, which is my aloe. So I'm going to go to... Is he talking underwater?
My mic was up above my head.
I'm
Sorry.
just, I'm just bugging. Okay.
No, that helps. I was trying to drown myself, but I couldn't bring myself to breathe in.
Okay, so I'm gonna make this image black and white. So you just hit image up top here, and then adjustments, and black and white.
Yeah.
Let me know when your image is.
Overlaying another image into it, like. Yeah, yeah. Okay.
I'm not trying to make a commercial profit off this image. I'm only doing a tutorial. It says do not make a commercial profit. Thanks. Guess I should have saw that first. All right, you guys ready? Oops.
Yeah. I
Okay.
just need to.
And you can see how flat and boring a regular black and white image is. I hate it. So I always try to spruce it up. And I just go to adjustments, brightness and contrast after my image is already black and white. And I crank up my brightness and I crank up my contrast.
What was
And
that? That, like, if I want to have just the outline of an image and, like, not the white background behind it, how do I do that?
if, sorry, say that again?
Can't do it. Never mind. Like, whatever? No. With a what? A vector layer. Yeah. Oh. That might be tough. Yeah, I figured.
Let me know whenever you're ready to move on after your black and white is done.
I'm good to go.
You are good to go?
Vector. Vector.
Okay, so whatever image you're using to pull over, put it over top of your image.
I feel like this is too stupid anyways to do that.
What's that?
Sorry, I'm talking to Karen. My bad.
Mm.
Um,
And then whenever your image is over top of your black and white one, you can just hit your opacity and drag it down. And that is how I got my image. And you can play around with the different levels. Like right here is normal. Can you see my cursor?
yeah.
Okay, so I go over here and there's screen, vivid light. It changes all the different ones. Linear light. I really like overlay. And do I like color burn? Color burn's okay too, depending on the type of image you have. Dissolve is terrible. Vivid light's okay though.
Ugh, dissolve looks awful.
I know. Another thing that you might want to consider doing is if you go to view up top and you go to show, you can show the grid, which will kind of help you center things a little bit, and extras is where if I click extras, that is where everything will show me these purple lines, and I know it's straight or center. It really helps me make everything look a lot better. I don't use the grid too much though. I just use the extras.
Yeah. I was gonna say the grid is super annoying.
Yeah, it is. And snap.
Extra sets of vehicles.
If you click
Yeah.
snap, it'll snap to where Photoshop thinks it should be, which is also in your view.
And then you can change. Oh, you can change it. No,
You can.
to like what you want it to snap to.
Absolutely. And when you go to show, click Smart Guide. That's where you'll get the purple lines. I'll give you kind of an example.
Yeah, no, I have the purple lines. I'm not sure if Matt does.
Perfect. See? You can see.
I've got the lines, yeah.
Awesome.
I have pink.
Yours are pink. Well, mine are purple. Or fuchsia.
Yeah, same.
Awesome. And then if you ever, I'm just going to click on a random image. If you ever want to just screw around with Photoshop, you can go into your filters and play around with them. See?
Oh, what the heck happened there?
Oh, I went to filter and then filter gallery.
Yeah, okay.
Deanna, I apologize. You're about to get a bunch of notifications. Just
Really?
ignore 'em. Yeah,
From what?
Google Plus.
Oh.
I'm linking him in my promote your video thing.
Oh, I gotcha.
He's gonna just get flooded with a bunch of
Who's that?
Dion.
Oh, what?
Well, because he's in my episode of Astroneer.
Oh, okay. Perfectly fine with me.
I actually really like this effect.
It's kind of cool, yeah.
Yeah.
For me, Dion?
Hey?
No, just Dion.
Oh.
I need to start using Google Plus more.
But like on the other hand, it's Google Plus. Probably not like your biggest worry.
Forgot my text was so big.
I gotta start using Twitter.
Yes, you do. I've been tweeting like crazy tonight.
I know, I saw
I
it.
saw like a bunch of them. I'm like, what is he on about? Like, because I was bored in the jail area, just like, oh, let's start tweeting.
I think I found my new thumbnail.
I blame Bruce.
The problem with my Twitter is a lot of it's like Karen being an alcoholic.
All right.
There's a word for that, man. It's anonymous, and you're really not helping that.
Huh.
Well, you didn't help it by being an alcoholic in front of me.
Touche. Touche.
So, any other questions?
No, I'm pretty much good. I mean, like I'm not good, but like,
You can get by in life.
yeah, I'll get by on that.
Oh, and here, Kieran, I remember you asking me before, is where all your paint stuff is.
That's like super important to me, so I'm gonna come over.
I think that's pretty much the only tools you're gonna need, really.
Oh, did you right? Is it that the color thing that you're hovering over, and you just right click it?
Yep. Gradient paint. Hand tool. Awesome. Then I'm going to stop streaming.